Now, let's go to the next card. I think this is the greatest card this year. UFC 268, Usman versus Covington. Diba? Double headliner ulit. So, of course, this will be for the welterweight championship. Usman versus Covington 2. And another rematch. Rose Namajunas versus Zhang Wei Li for the women's strawweight championship. Parehas silang rematch. Covington versus Usman 1 ended up with Usman TKOing Covington. Pero, syempre si Covington to, di ba? Meron siyang, it was not at all a one-sided beatdown. Covington was fighting and chinek ko yung scorecards. Had the fight not been stopped dun sa 5th round, it could have been a draw. It could have been a draw. Who knows kung if the referee allowed it to go further than that. It's very interesting. The scorecard was tied at the 4th round. So one judge had it at draw, two apiece, 2 rounds apiece sa kanila. The other judge picked Usman with 3-1, while the other judge picked Colby 3-1 as well. So hindi ko alam kung split draw ang tawag doon or draw. So talagang determining factor yung round 3 ay yung round 5. And it was stopped. Although I'm not against the stoppage. I think it was fair enough. Pero I suppose you can make an argument and just at least imagine if it didn't get stopped. Although parang isang storyline doon is Usman broke Colby's jaw with a punch. May x-ray pa eh. Hindi ko alam. Ngayon, dinideny ni Colby na his jaw was broken. Kasi dun sa fight, while he was on the bench, parang he said, I think I broke my jaw. Parang ganun. Pero of course, hindi mo makikita, di ba? Na baka feeling niya lang broken, di ba? Pero ngayon, si Chael Sonnen, sinasabi niya, hindi rin daw. Parang, it was an assumption back then which everybody believed to be true. But that doesn't matter. Now they're gonna be fighting again. I don't mind if Usman wins, pero it would be very interesting if Colby wins, and it would be a lot more fun kasi magkakaroon ng trilogy eh, 'di ba? That is how I picked my fighter. Unless it's Rose Namajunas. Rose Namajunas is my favorite fighter ever. Another one would be Justin Gaethje. And of course, the bad guy, Chael Sonnen. Pero syempre, retired na siya. I think Robbie Lawler was also my favorite. Pero since ngayon, he's on his way out. Si Rose Namajunas na lang talaga yung talagang super active fighter na favorite ko. And everybody else, I like Covington, even though a lot of people hate him. I like the act. I like the showmanship. I get him, 'di ba? Kumbaga parang by all accounts people are saying he's actually a great guy, 'di ba? Which I would tend to believe kasi a lot of the high level martial artists are really awesome people. All of the champion martial artists, MMA fighters na kilala ko, sobrang babait. They're the sweetest guys that you'll ever meet. They can kill you in less than 5 minutes, but alam mo yun, they can also love you as hell, diba? Basta ibang klase sila. So I don't think I have reason to believe that Covington is a real asshole in real life. And there had been I've seen videos of him na breaking character, giving great life advice to people who ask for it. And yeah, I appreciate kailangan ng sport yung mga taong katulad niya. Sinasabi niya nga yun eh. Parang, si Conor McGregor din ang nagsabi nun. Parang, uh, I forget the exact quote, but he says something like, this sport needs people like me. Parang ganun. Which I believe. 'Di ba? Parang, they are popular because not a lot of people have the guts to do what they do. Most people want to be loved, 'di ba? And they have actual, kumbaga parang they're brave enough to take the heat in return of something, 'di ba? A lot of people would hate your guts if you're like that. And Colby Covington is one of the characters in the UFC who doesn't mind. So that's one thing that I can respect about him. Grabe to. Pero Kamaru Usman, of course, is a very dominant champion. Um, their fight, hopefully, ganun pa rin ka-intense. Um, he's also very smart. He takes, hindi ko alam eh, he's not much of a showman like Colby. But kumbaga, he can talk enough to at least answer back. Hindi naman siya natatameme. And besides, he has one win over him. And yun. Ay, 3D pala to. Ito yung pinakang hinihintay ko talaga. Si Rose Namajunas versus Zhang Weili. Um I think Zhang Weili did not deserve this rematch kasi she got smoked handily in their first meeting when Rose Namajunas regained the the strawweight championship. But I suppose the powers there be in China wanted the rematch. It's I think it's a strategy to get the Chinese market. Kasi everybody knows, if you're a fan that follows the UFC, Carla Esparza is the most deserving challenger for the belt right now. Carla Esparza has a win over Thug Rose. They were the finalist in sa tough. Ano nga ba yung ibig sabihin ng tough? Pucha, nalimutan ko. Basta, The Ultimate Fighter. Sumali sila doon. And yung championship nun would determine the first UFC strawweight champion. So, doon pa lang natalo na ni Esparza si Thug Rose. So, there's a backstory. But then again, I think the Chinese market has more to do with this than anything else. I don't mind I don't mind the fight. I would love to see Rose knock her out again. Zhang Weili is training with Henry Cejudo right now, and she said that she's learning a lot of new things, including kasi iba yung mindset niya about the loss. Parang she took it personally. She had made tons of excuses about losing to Thug Rose that night, including getting psychologically affected by the boos of the crowd, 'di ba? That night kasi there was a gruesome accident when Chris Weidman broke his shin. Parang katulad nung kay Conor McGregor at saka kay Anderson Silva. So, so parang that messed her up daw. Parang, oh shit, parang ganyan. Tapos yung booze, and then a lot of things. Medyo nawala siya sa hulog. And also may mga political part din tong laban na to when Tug Rose spoke about communism or against communism. Kasi in Rose's family is originally from Lithuania, which was a Soviet colony, I think, back in the day. And her family suffered and they were forced to escape Lithuania and go to the United States because of the communist regime. So, I think kasi sinama na rin ni Zhang Weili yung yung comment na yun to her list of excuses. And well, that's not to take anything away from Weili. She had this epic fight. This was an instant classic when it happened. Her fight against Joanna Jacek was as good as any fight that you will ever see. These two warriors, sobrang if you haven't seen it yet, this is one of the must-see fights in history, in especially in the UFC. The best women fight ever. Everybody is saying, 'di ba? Ano pa ba? Michael Chandler and Justin Gaethje is gonna fight as well. Ano yan, parang contender eliminator lang yung mangyayari. Si Michael Chandler, this is trying to be really active right now. So, ang dami niyang sunod-sunod yung mga laban niya. And, teka, puntahan natin. Ano pa yung mga laban sa UFC 268? Eto, main card. Shane Burgos, Billy Carantillo, Uy, Frankie Edgar versus Marlon Vera pala. Nalaban si Frankie. Frankie had been in a multiple fight losing skid. The legend, we're probably seeing the last of his fights. Let's appreciate Frankie Edgar as long as we can, 'di ba? This is one of the best fighters that ever graced the octagon, and kumbaga an inspirational fighter. Basta one of the most likable. Hindi pa ako nakakita ng UFC fan na galit kay Frankie Edgar. I think one of the rare fighters that I don't know kung may haters. Kumbaga parang pag nakakita ako ng UFC fan na galit kay Frankie Edgar, say tangina mo, anong problema mo sa buhay, hindot ka. Yun ang sasabihin ko sa kanya. 'Di ba? Teka, ang prelims ng Alex Pereira, Alay Quinta. Okay, so mga ano to, mga hindi pa ganun ka-ranked na mga fighters. They're determining it's great to watch the prelims as well kasi doon mo makikita yung mga upcoming fighters eh. Early prelims, let's see. But again, etong tatlong to, grabe, sulit na sulit yan. Justin Gaethje, Chandler, Rose Namajunas, Weili, Usman versus Covington. Woo! I can't wait!